My comrades, good morning, dear brothers and sisters, and welcome home. This morning, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you to those of you who have taken your time and energy to travel from your various destinations to the land of the upright men to return to your roots. Thank you for coming. You have shown us fraternity, you have honored us, and I pray to God that He continues to bless you all, gives you health and the strength you need to keep returning to your sources. Among you there are older people, very old, who despite the burden of age have made the trip with you. I say to you, infinitely thank you from the bottom of my heart, and may God continue to comfort you. I have been with you every evening during your stay among your brothers. Every evening on television, I try to see what activities you have carried out, and I can honestly say I am very pleased with everything you have already discovered. But I pray to God that time is still on our side and that you will be able to return and discover many more things across Burkina Faso. Indeed, many were discouraged from coming to Burkina. You are our ambassadors now, and I believe you are best placed to go and explain to others that Burkina Faso is far from what those Western media try to paint to the eyes of the world. Burkina is quite visitable. Burkina resists, Burkina stands, and Burkina lives, and thank you for proving that to the eyes of the world. I also salute you for your determination to want to accompany us in our struggle, to want to therefore accompany your brothers and sisters here in Burkina Faso by investing in all possible fields. I discussed with the Prime Minister just yesterday about the permanent residence card. Indeed, we had set conditions to acquire the card, including financial conditions, but we have decided to waive the financial condition for you, so that for you it will only be a question of adhering to the card issue. In all other conditions, you will be examined. And thank you for opening the way for all those who wish to take this card and to invest and stay in Burkina. That said, Burkina Faso is a country in full construction, and I believe you have already been presented with many opportunities. There still are many other opportunities, for example, radio and television. I can also assure you that I will do everything to support the creation of such a radio or television here in Burkina Faso, because communication is a weapon and no one can tell our story better than ourselves. For a long time, it was them who told what they wanted about Africa. It was them who told what they wanted about the black man. Now, it is time that we say no to that and tell things as they are. And I encourage you to pursue this project, which we will support a lot. Burkina Faso is under construction. We have started to change many of our laws to allow for better living together, but also to secure the investments of Burkinabe people and all those who will want to come invest in Burkina Faso. When it comes to the domain of real estate, for example, it is a sector in full expansion in Burkina Faso. We take the domain of agriculture and agro-industry, in particular the agro-food industry. energy. In short, there are many fields that are open, and we need the brains of our brothers to come build here, the industries that are needed to transform our raw materials. And it is us who should feed the world and not be the ones to go begging at the eyes of the world. And it is entirely possible for Africa to feed the world. So I invite you to reflect, to come together perhaps, but I assure you that we will support you to invest in key domains in Burkina Faso which can be beneficial to you and beneficial to all your brothers here. And that is the very essence of our struggle. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs will continue this good work that they began, and indeed I congratulate them for this initiative with the Institute, which has indeed done this wonderful job. Continue the work of presenting the opportunities to guide and channel you towards structural and beneficial investments. And we will continue to follow that very closely so that you are not disappointed by your investment in Burkina Faso. Recognize one thing. The struggle we carry on is, after all, a struggle of endurance. And you have decided to carry our message across the world. We are not fighting for Burkina Faso alone. We are fighting for Africa. We are fighting for the black man. We are fighting for the dignity of Africa. We are fighting for the well-being of our populations. And anyone who fights for the dignity and well-being of his people also carries something in his heart. We stand with all peoples who fight for justice, for equality, for well-being, and we are friends to all peoples who respect us and who respect our sovereignty, our dignity, and thank you for accompanying the struggle we carry. It is very difficult to lead this type of fight, and I know you know that better than I do. Seeing Africa awaken is a nightmare to some. Yet Africa is awakening, and Africa will awaken.
Nous n'allons pas être complices de leur souhait.
We will not be complicit in their wish, their hope to see Africa be what they thought and said of it, notably a land of slaves, a cursed land. We will not be complicit and help them make their thoughts a reality. We will tell them that Africa is a continent of hope, a fighting continent, and Africa is a continent of the future, and we will fight for that. They will say that it is impossible for Africa to catch up, to awaken. They said, so when we try to take our country's destiny, that it is impossible to achieve what we want. Others discouraged us. They always took examples of African heroes they killed to tell us that these heroes tried but could not, to make us believe this struggle is a lost cause. But we have said that impossible is not African. If impossible were African, our grandparents, our ancestors suffered much. No people in the world suffered like Africans. No people can claim to have survived after all the trials the black people endured. We recall that whether colonizations, slavery, the Arab-Muslim conquests, Africans experienced all kinds of humiliation, all kinds of treatments designed to exterminate us. They wanted to erase the black man's soul because he was always the brave one they took, killed, and deported. Thus, the African is the most resilient in the history of humanity because we resisted all possible barbarities. But today we must continue the struggle. And that is why I say again, thank you for this fight you carry, because the continent still suffers. Look at what is happening in Sudan. They are exterminating our black brothers. Look at what is happening in the Congo.
nous continuons la lutte. Et voilà pourquoi moi je vous dis encore merci pour ce combat que vous menez. Parce que le continent souffre encore. Regardez ce qui se passe au Soudan.
Look at what they are sowing in the Sahel. Everywhere, they manipulate our black people to kill each other.
Regardez ce qu'ils sont en train de s'aimer dans le
They
Sahel.
send the weapons and we keep killing each other.
Les Noirs pour qu'on s'entretue.
It must stop, and it is entirely possible.
Et on continue de s'entretuer. Il faut que cela
And
s'arrête.
the first thing, the first weapon we can use, that you can use,
La première arme
is communication.
que nous pouvons utiliser, que vous pouvez utiliser,
It is to explain to the black person where he comes from,
d'où il vient et qui
who
il
he
est,
is, and where he
où est-ce
can
qu'on
go.
peut partir.
And it is entirely possible, and I congratulate you. I encourage you in this fight. Wherever Africans meet, we must grasp one thing. Only united can we go far, and we must reach some form of unity.
Il faut que nous comprenions
And this is more on today's youth,
unis,
but also on the elders who must be able to tell the youth what they experienced yesterday and how we must behave today in order to
mais
unite.
aussi aux anciens.
And I count on each and every one to keep this fight wherever he is, because we are fighting today not only against imperialism, which seeks by every means to erase us, but also by our own brothers, some of whom are vassals of imperialism, but also others simply for their personal
Par
interest.
l'impérialisme,
For my part, I would say there are many African heads of state
mais aussi
who
par
do
nos
not
propres
like me.
frères.
There are very many
Certains qui sont
who do not
des
appreciate
valets de
me.
l'impérialisme, mais d'autres aussi.
Maybe because they are jealous. Maybe too, I am a danger for their master.
Beaucoup de chefs d'État,
In any case, I do not hold it against them. And they pretend, when people meet them, they pretend to like
peut-être
me.
parce qu'ils sont jaloux,
But I know there are many who don't like me.
peut-être
But our
aussi
prayer is that God changes them deeply in their hearts, that God puts much love in their heart, not for us,
quoi qu'il en
but for
soit,
their people, so that they love their people and fight for their people's well-being.
lorsque les
Because
gens
we will
parlent,
continue
font
to
semblant
preach
de
the
l'aimer.
message so that their youth wake up. And I pray to God that He instills love in their hearts,
profondément
that
dans
they
leur
love
cœur,
their youth,
que Dieu
they
mette
love their
beaucoup d'amour
people
dans leur
and
cœur. Pas
fight
pour nous,
for the well-being of their people.
pour qu'ils aiment leur
Perhaps
peuple
through that,
et qu'ils se
we
battent pour leur
too
peuple.
will benefit
Parce que
from
nous,
a share of love
nous
from them.
continuerons à prêcher le
And I
message
pray
pour
to
que
God
leur
that
jeunesse
this
se
may
réveille.
happen,
Et je
and
prie
very
que Dieu mette
soon,
l'amour dans leur cœur, qu'ils
so that
aiment
we
leur
can
jeunesse, qu'ils
see
aiment
in
leur
the same
peuple,
direction,
qu'ils se battent
see
pour le
that we
bien-être
must
de leur
fight for the
Peut-être qu'à
well-being
travers
of
cela,
our
nous aussi,
peoples,
nous allons
of
bénéficier
our
de l'immense
youth,
amour de
of
leur
our
part.
continent,
Et je prie Dieu que cela
of
puisse
our
arriver
countries.
très vite.
And through
Que
that,
nous
there is no
puissions voir
choice.
dans la même direction.
We will unite
Voir
because
que nous
Africa
devons
is
nous battre pour le
immensely
bien-être de
rich.
nos peuples, de
We
nos
have a
jeunesses,
huge
de nos
market
continents, de nos
and
pays.
we have brains across the world, and we will bring all our brains to work with us. And Africa needs all its sons, all its daughters to develop. And you are carrying this message, you are carrying this fight, and we must do everything so that this fight succeeds. And very soon, that is very important, because you must see this fight succeed in a short time, and it is entirely possible. So I encourage you, I congratulate you for all you do, and before concluding my remarks, I invite you at every opportunity to return to Burkina Faso, because we will transform Burkina Faso, make Burkina an example so that people see it is possible. We will move from this state of war, build the country, make it better, and let everyone see that it's entirely possible and that it will motivate others to embark on the same path we have taken. Thank you for this support. Thank you for the warmth you have come to give us. Thank you for the love you have come to bring. And I pray that you all return safe and sound. and that you will come back to Burkina Faso to invest and live peacefully when you wish. Thank you very much to all. May God accompany you. May God bless you. Homeland or death.